Hey, welcome to Out Loud Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play
Legendary
Big Trouble
Little China.
Little China.
This is by Upper Deck. Plays 1 to 5, probably more like 2 to 5. About how many minutes?
45 to 120.
Yeah.
No,
Usually
120 if you have 5. No, I don't even know if it'll go that long. Maybe an hour and a half.
Usually takes us about 40 minutes.
Yeah, but the two of us,
Yeah.
about a 40-minute game.
Okay.
So it is a deck builder.
Yes.
And it is in the Legendary series, and we'll explain that in a second once we get to the table. So let's go check it out.
Okay.
Okay, welcome to the table. So today we have Legendary Big Trouble in Little China. So here, as you can see, is our game mat, which should look very familiar for those of you who have played or seen my videos, featuring the Legendary Aliens, well, Legendary Encounters Aliens, Predator, and the more recent Firefly upload. However, this game, Legendary Big Trouble in Little China, is not based off of any of the Encounter games. It is actually based off of the Legendary Marvel and Legendary Marvel Villains games. So, what's the difference, you ask? Because they both say Legendary. Well, actually, there is quite a big difference. The difference really is in how the game flows. And in the Legendary series, there's no deck of objectives. There's really no...
It's not episodic.
It's not episodic, right? To put it simply, yes. So you don't have avatars. You're not essentially working cooperative, at least not in the sense that you are in the Encounters games, where when you beat the whole mission and complete all 3 episodes or all 3 objectives, you win the game, yeah, everybody's happy. In this game, you are working towards the same goal, but at the end of the game, you are adding up victory points. There's a final showdown that will show you at the end, and all that if we win the game, mind you. But in any case, let me just go through the board really quick, and then we can get started. So up here we have our scheme, and the scheme for this playthrough is going to be Forge Crime Syndicate. So in our villain deck, we've got 8 twists, and for each twist, certain events are going to happen. So for all the odd twist numbers, for the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, they're just going to stack up next to the scheme. But on the 2, 4, and 6th, 2nd, 4th, and 6th twist, the current player who draws it is going to discard a card, and then we'll stack the twist by the villain scheme. So when the 8th twist is drawn out of the villain deck, we lose the game. So we have got to get through
his tactics.
Well, his tactics. So in this game, there's no objectives. There's a mastermind. So think of him as like a master villain. And the master villain for our playthrough is going to be 6-shooter. So what he's got is he's got a stack of 4 tactics behind him. So every time we attack him, we're going to defeat one of his tactics. And they have a base health or a base attack strength of 7. However, if he gets a +6 attack strength, it'll bring him to 13. If there's a villain in Chinatown, what does that mean? Well, on this map, as villains come out of the villain deck, they are going to populate the city of San Francisco. So they'll start in the sewers and they'll work their way down towards the bank, right? But once they reach the rooftop or the streets, they are in Chinatown. So that's going to have significance on a number of different card actions throughout the game. So if a creature's in Chinatown, if a certain henchman's in Chinatown, etc., certain things can and cannot happen. So we'll go through that as it occurs. But if they make it through Chinatown and go out to the bridge, they're back in the city. If they are pushed again with a full board, they go into the escape. So they will have escaped. They will take bystanders prisoner when certain events occur. We will take wounds as certain events occur. And so let's go through 6-shooters setup. So the remainder of his setup is he always leads the Wing Kong gang. So those are his henchmen. They are mixed in the villain deck. There's another gang. I don't know. Do you remember what they're called? The Wing Kong Thugs.
Yeah.
Wing Kong Thugs. They're also in there, as well as the monster deck. So this is the setup that the game recommends for your first playthrough. We've played through this a number of times, and we're going to show you this one because if you plan on getting the game, I'd rather not spoil any of the the later stuff, because there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. There's a lot of different schemes. We'll talk about that later. So there are also 5 Master Strike cards buried within the villain deck, and for every Master Strike based on 6-shooter, each player is going to have to reveal a tech symbol card or a magic symbol card, so magic hero, or gains a wound. So that's what's going to happen with our Mastermind. Over here we have our Uncle Chew, and our Uncle Chew is just like your sergeant or your I forget which agent it is in the Marvel game, but it's basically your generic pay 3, get 2 recruit card. But Uncle Chew also allows you to heal wounds, which is kind of helpful. So here we have our hero deck. We've shuffled in 5 different heroes for this playthrough, again based on the recommendation of the game. And for our hero deck we have Jack. We have the
Pork Chop Express.
The Pork Chop Express. We've got Eddie and his beloved Margot. And we have Egg Shen. So those are our 5 heroes for the game. We have our starter decks, which are made up of 5 recruit cards, 7 recruit cards rather, and 5 attack cards. It's your standard setup for these games. It's always the same. However, we also have an additional 2 cards, which are minor hero cards. Mediocre heroes, they call them. So they're very weak cards, but they add a little bit of variety to the setup in the beginning. So we have our deck of cards. We're going to draw 6, and then we're going to get started and show you how this game plays. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to populate the HQ, and the HQ gets 5 cards. So these are going to be the heroes that we get to draft while we play. And every time we recruit a hero, we refresh the deck. We'll refresh it with another hero. So there we go. There's our 5. So we've got a couple of Pork Chop Express, a Jack Burton, Margot, and another Jack Burton. So he's a surprisingly good shot.
He is.
So, all right, I'll let you go, Francis.
All right.
So first thing we do at the beginning of every turn is what?
Pull our villain cards.
Right,
So,
and in this game, unlike the Encounters games, they come in face up.
yes. So the first card we pulled is a bystander, actually.
Okay, so which one is this? This is actually a special bystander.
Yeah, it is.
There's 2 bystanders shuffled in the deck. So if the villain who has captured this bystander is in Chinatown, that villain has +2 attack.
Okay.
All right, so there are no villains. So if there were a villain in the city or on any space, the bystander would be captured by the one closest to the sewers, basically. But since there are none,
Mastermind gets it.
So that goes under his stack, and we'll be able to rescue him once we defeat the Mastermind.
Yep.
All right, so that was a very nice first
Actually was, yeah.
villain deck turn, so.
All right, so we don't have anybody to fight, so I've got 2 strike points, but I'm not going to use them, obviously. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 recruits. So
and you have one of your mediocre hero cards, right?
I do. And our mediocre hero cards are kind of neat. Like we said, they have a little bit of flavor. So my maitre d' Eddie in his fantastic plaid coat
Nice.
gets... This is like the most accurate Eddie card, I think, that is in the game. He has 1 recruit point usually, but he gets an additional recruit point if a villain has escaped the city.
Okay.
So I actually hope that we don't never have to use that, because I don't want anybody to escape.
We don't want any escapees.
But for right now, I've just got 4 recruit points.
4 recruit.
So, all right, I'm going to take Margot. Yeah, I'll call the president. So
what is she?
She gives me 2 recruit points, and she allows me to reveal the top card of the hero deck when I play her. And if I wish, I can recruit it, I guess. If the card that I reveal has, it's an Eddie card or a tech card, I actually get 2 strikes as well. So she's worth 0 strike, but also could be 2. So that's kind of nice. You're up.
All right, so I go, and first thing we do is villain deck. And we get Wukong Thugs. So these are the henchmen. So these guys always follow 6-shooter around. So they don't have an ambush effect, so nothing happens when they come out, but they do have a fight effect that we'll have to resolve once we attack them. They're only at 3 strength, so they're kind of weak. But they're stronger than I can handle. So right now, all I've got is 1 Changsing Warrior. So he's only got 1 attack, so that's not going to help me. But I do have a bunch of strategists. So I got 1, 2, 3, and I've got actually both of my mediocre hero cards. So I have Lawyer, Gracie Law, and Hope, Mao Yin. So Gracie Law, she's 1 recruit, plus 1 recruit if there's at least 1 villain in Chinatown, but there's nobody in Chinatown, so that doesn't happen. But my Mao Yin is plus 1 recruit if you start your turn with fewer than 6 cards in your hand. And I didn't, so they're only worth 1 each. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. And I think I'm going to go right ahead. At the end of your turn. No, I like this one. So surprisingly good shot, Jack Burton. If you play at least 1 Wang Chi or Eddie card, so Wang Chi is not in this deck, so that's not going to work. But if I do play an Eddie card, this turn, henchmen villains have -1 attack this turn. So when I play him, somebody like this guy would go down to a 2 strength.
Perfect.
So that's good. He's going to go on my discard. I'll repopulate the HQ with Son of a Bitch Must Pay. All right, so it's another Jack Burton card. Awesome. All right, cool. My turn's over.
All right, and we have a scheme twist.
Whoa, already.
Nice and early.
Okay, so.
All right, and it's the first scheme twist, so nothing happens.
All right.
So it's kind of good.
Good. We need. So the kicker is we want to get 7 combat to start hitting 6 shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
If any villains move into Chinatown, his strength goes up to 13. So we want to keep the city in Chinatown clear if we can.
Yes. All right, I end up with 4 recruit points again, so.
Wonderful.
I'm going to take. I think I'm going to take this Pork Chop Express. Look the storm in the eye.
All right.
So that gives me 2 strikes because I need some attack points.
Surprised you didn't take Eddie.
I know. I usually do.
And a whole lot more.
A whole lot more Eddie. But this allows me to KO a card in certain circumstances. So that'll be good.
That's good. Yeah, that's another thing we've learned about this game is you want to thin your deck.
Yeah.
So, all right, won't move him yet. Let's see what the villain deck has. Okay, so she slides him over. So now we have
she's no good.
A Wing Kong gang member. So she's a smoke staff guard. Now these are tough. So to fight one of them, you must play 2 non-gray heroes. Now a gray hero in this game are basically your starter heroes. So everything you recruit is non-gray essentially, but everything you start with is gray. And you can tell by the outside of the cards that are gray. So you have 2 non-gray heroes with the same hero name, or 1 non-gray hero and a mediocre hero with the same hero name. So it's tough to get that combination, to be honest. So she's going to be a problem, I think. So what I'll do right off the bat is I'm going to pay 3 attack. All right, and it's going to go against this Wing Kong Thug. So I'm going to kill him, but he has a fight effect. So his fight effect is reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a 0-cost card that provides recruit, then KO it. So I'll put him in my victory point pile. I will reveal the next card on my deck, and it actually is a 0-cost recruit card. So that's KO'd out of the game. I don't mind that one bit because I like thinning them out. I've got 3 recruit points, and I think I'm going to take the Son of a Bitch Must Pay Jack Burton.
Very nice.
I like to build a Jack Burton deck.
I know.
All right, you go.
Okay, great. So I can't kill anybody. Let me see who we got.
What do we got?
Tommy Gun Gangsta. All right. And he just has a fight effect, so I'm gonna move her over to the bank, and we'll take care of that later. Okay. And I've got 4 recruit again. And I'll take my Eddie. So, I can't. I have 4. That's my favorite Eddie card.
Oh, take that one.
Yeah, I guess I will. All right, take this one. A whole lot more Eddie.
That's all. Yeah, you asked for more. Okay. No, there's research creepy stuff. Margot, you like that?
She's
one
a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so it is my turn, and we pull a scheme twist number 2.
All right, so our second scheme twist. Current player discards a card.
Great. And then what?
And then we stack the twist by the mastermind, and you draw another villain.
I don't want to discard a card. Oh well. I guess I'll discard one of these combats because I don't have enough combat to fight anyway, so I'll do that. And I do have a couple of things here. So these 2. All right, so I have this Son of a Bitch Must Pay Jack Burton. The opponent to your left must KO a gray hero from their hand. When they do, you get +2 recruit. That's if I play this. I forget what that one is. That Intel, I think. I forget what that
I think so. Yeah.
So that's 2, 3, 4 recruit, because I'm not going to trigger that because I didn't play that symbol first. I'm not going to go through all the comboing. You should know that if you're watching this video. If not, I recommend watching one of my encounters videos, and it'll explain that to you. But so that's 2, 3, 4 recruit, and I'll. Oh, I like this one, right? Roll them. Draw a card, then you may move a villain to an empty space in the city. That's awesome. So this will allow me to start moving villains around and getting them out of Chinatown.
That's great.
Yep. So
Okay.
Pork Chop Express.
Cool. All right. All right, more Wing Kong thugs.
All right.
So we have the Smokestack Guard in Chinatown, which is no bueno at all.
Instinct, by the way. It's
It's
called
instinct, yeah.
Bravery.
Okay. But I have 5 recruit points, and I'm going to go ahead and take my Dragon of the Blackpool Eddie. So he allows me, if I have an Uncle Chew in my hand, I get +1, and he already has an attack strength of 3. So that's
You better
a really
get some
good
Uncle
card.
Chews going on.
I know.
All right, so we'll refill. And there's another Dragon of Blackpool Eddie. You love them.
I do.
Okay, so boom, we have a Tonfa Guard. Now she's nasty. So she has an ambush effect. So this is going to take place right now. So let me slide everybody over.
This is not good.
Yeah, so her and any villain on the rooftops each capture a bystander. So we have them. So we just take a bystander off the pile and add them to these guys. And those will be worth points if we kill them and we get to score the bystander. So I have 3 for combat. I can't use the text on surprisingly good shot because I don't have an Eddie card. But 4 combat is enough to take out one of these guys. So
Do it.
what is he? Choose one. So his fight effect is choose one. Either KO a card that provides attack from your hand, or discard pile, or KO all the heroes with a cost of 3 or less in the HQ. I can KO a hero with 1 combat from my discard pile, with combat from my discard pile, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do that. So I'll use that to thin out one of my Chang Sing warriors. I will score him and the bystander.
Okay.
And I have 4 recruit that I will use to recruit. China is here, Eddie. So that's what I want. So I need to get my Eddie card on.
All right.
Please go, my discard.
Ooh, it's all in the reflexes, Jasper.
I like that one.
I know you do. All
Looks
right,
like Wolverine
more
there.
Wing Kong thugs. Okay, so everybody slides over. Whoop, and the bystander slides over too. Okay. All right, so I'm going to play my Yao called President Margot. So reveal the top card of the hero deck. If I want to, I can recruit it, which I don't. I don't want to do that.
You don't want
no,
Egg-Shen?
Well,
You have to.
not really. No, I don't want to. And it's not an Eddie card, so.
And he doesn't have the
That
text
stinks.
symbol, right? Was that the one on?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have
He has a
text.
covert, so that symbol's
yeah.
covert.
All right, so she's not worth anything for fighting, but I do have.
So you played her?
Yeah, I did. Well, I'm gonna play her for recruit points. She's worth 2. But I'm gonna strike first. I'm gonna take care of these guys in Chinatown. So I'll take them. Their fight effect is that I have to reveal the top card of my deck. It is a 0 cost card, so I'm gonna KO that, which I'm also fine with. And then I'm gonna recruit for 4. And I think I'll take an Uncle Chew.
Uncle Chew.
You know I like Uncle Chew.
You do like Uncle Chew.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we have now. Scheme Twist, number 3.
So,
Well, we're really,
fantastic.
yeah, this is not good. All right. Yeah, so I have 4 combat. 3, 4. So I will take her out.
This sucks.
Yeah, I know. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Yikes. I'll take an Uncle Chew as well
Okay.
with my 4. All right,
Yeah.
so
Done.
yep, I'm good.
Okay. Scheme twist.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
So that's our 4th scheme twist. So we're halfway to losing the game.
Yeah.
All right. I shuffled these good. You saw. So you have to discard a
Alright,
card.
so I gotta discard a card. I don't really want to do that. Well, I'm not discarding my Eddie, that's for sure. Alright, so I'll discard him.
Discard, not discard.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You don't have to KO, so that just...
Oh, well, you know what then? Then I will discard my Eddie, because I can't strike anyway this turn.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have we? Yeah, we've only KO'd those guys, so that doesn't apply yet. So I've got 5, and I'll take another Blackpool Eddie, 'cause I like those.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Yikes, this is not good. Another scheme twist. No, I'm kidding.
Stop.
It's actually a master strike. So, what is the effect on a master strike?
So on a master strike, we need to reveal a tech hero or a magic hero, or we need to gain a wound.
Alright, well, I don't have any of those.
Well, I need to shuffle, so give me one
I'm going to
second.
gain a wound. Hold on.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know I don't have. Oh wait, I do. I have attack, so I'm good.
Alright, you're good then. So you don't get a wound. So I took a wound. That's not good. That's just a deck filler and it's going to mess me up.
Alright.
Alright, so I've got 3 combat, so that's a start. So I'll kill these guys, and now I have to reveal the top card. It's not a 0 cost recruit, so I don't have to discard it. Or KO it rather. And I have recruit points. So now with Gracie Law, the lawyer, I get +1 recruit if there is at least 1 villain in Chinatown. And I have 1 in Chinatown.
Yes.
So it's 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And I will take Egg Shen. I like Egg Shen. Oh,
Who doesn't?
That's my favorite
That's a
card
good
right
one.
there.
Yeah.
Boom Gems. Egg
I
Shen.
love that one.
4. Alright, here we go.
Okay. And it's a bug monster,
Oh,
and
that's
he's an
bad.
ambush. Current player reveals their hand and KOs a hero that has a printed strike. And if I KO a 0 cost hero, I have to shuffle the bug monster back in the villain deck, and I have to draw another card from the villain deck. That sucks.
Alright, so what are you gonna do?
Alright. That really sucks. I don't want to reveal another villain right now, so I guess I'm gonna KO this guy.
Alright, I'll take the truck.
My Pork Shop Express.
Yeah.
It sucks. But because he's a non-gray hero, when I pull my mediocre hero again, which I have right now, he's worth 1 more recruit, so that's actually good.
Cool.
Alright, so I have 3, 4, 5 to strike. And unfortunately I don't have 2 of the same hero, so I can't hit her. But I can kill that stupid bug monster.
Cool.
So
He's dead.
he's gone.
That's your 4 combat.
And I've got 3 recruit because, oh no, my villain hasn't escaped the city. I have 2 recruit, I can't do anything. I can get my research creepy stuff, Marco.
Yeah, you like her.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so start my villain deck turn, and we have a Catacomb Monster. So he's got an ambush. Reveal the top card of each player's deck. KO the lowest cost hero or heroes. Oop, looks like you just lost.
That's my good guy, mediocre hero 1 Chi. Womp womp. This is not a good game.
No, this is not. Alright, but I have Roll 'em Pork Chop Express.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw a card, and now I may move a villain to an empty space in the city. I'm going to
Please
move her
move
to
her.
the bridge.
Fantastic.
Right, so now I've just cleared Chinatown.
Great.
And let's see what else we can do here. So I'm gonna play. So I'll discard that one. Get that out of the way. I'm gonna play China is Here, Eddie, and I get +1 attack for each other card you play this turn that has the word Chinatown on it. Let me see. Do I have any other Chinatown cards? No, I don't. All right, that's unfortunate. But I'm gonna play Surprisingly Good Shot. And it's going to be 3, and any henchman would be -1 this turn, but there's none out there. So that's 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 combat, but they're... Oh my god, that's not enough to kill any of them. You realize that?
Mm-hmm. I know.
Oh, what a waste of combat.
How much do you have?
5.
It sucks.
Alright, but whatever. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. Yikes, that's terrible. I guess I will take open the Road Pork Chop Express.
Okay.
And do nothing with the bad guys.
Alright.
That was my power hand, sorry.
Okay. What lurks in the lifeblood? Alright, and there's no effect, so
Just
that's
an
fine.
escape effect.
That's actually quite all right. All right, I'm gonna play my I'll call the President Margot again, and I get to reveal the top card of the deck, and it is a tech card, so I gain 2 strikes.
Okay, cool.
And do I want to recruit her? I have 3 recruit.
Hey,
I think I'm gonna recruit her,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna put her aside.
All right,
in my discard,
and your
so.
recruit points, get them out of your hand, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put that one down, but she's worth 2 strikes now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add up all these strikes.
Okay.
So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
And I think I am going to. I think I might take a shot at 6-shooter.
Really?
Because I can.
Go ahead.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah, do it.
So we don't really have time.
So, all right.
So I'm going to take his first tactic from underneath. So the mastermind and each Wing Kong gang villain, which we don't have any in
Right.
Chinatown, capture 2 bystanders apiece. So he's going to capture 2 bystanders.
All right, so
But
draw
his
2.
first tactic has been
It's
defeated.
2 more bystanders, and I put them face up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's it. I'm done.
That's it. Cool.
Yep.
That was a good turn.
Okay, you're up.
I have a wound in my hand, by the way.
So you need an Uncle Chew.
Wing Kong thugs, I do. So let's see. Hopefully, I can do something here. I have 2 combat, which isn't enough to do anything, and I've got 3, 4 recruit. But if I don't, here, so with the wound, if you don't recruit any heroes or defeat any villains on your turn, you may KO all the wounds from your hand. I'm gonna do that. KO the wound and not recruit or attack.
Jeez.
You're up.
All right. And it's a guardian.
So you have a ambush?
No. Each mastermind tactic in your victory pile gains you 1 strike when you fight the guardian, though, which
You
is good
have
because I
one.
have one. This, however, is not good.
Alright, it looks like we're gonna get some escapees.
Yeah, we've never had escapees, and I can't strike anybody right now.
That's no good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have 6 recruit points, though. I will take. I might take Boom Gems.
No!
Why, you want that one?
Yeah,
You do, but you also like the Jack Burton card.
I know. But I'm gonna probably take the Boom Gems.
Okay. See how nice I play with you?
You are good. We're on the same team this game.
I'll take the Dragon of the Black Palladium
I like
then.
that one.
Well, yeah. And a whole lot more.
A whole lot
Eddie.
more Eddie. See? You're building your Eddie deck.
Okay.
Alright, so we are gonna get an escapee. Alright, so let's see. Oh, we got a scheme twist. What number is that?
That is, I think, number 4, 5.
5, so nothing happens. All right, we've got 3 more scheme twists and the game's over. We lose. So at least that didn't push anybody out of the city. I'll let that happen on your turn. So I've got
You're a mess.
3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 6 recruit and 2 attack. So I'm not fighting anybody, but I'm gonna recruit Boom Gems.
You don't have anybody that allows you to reduce fight or anything?
Nope. I have all starter cards. Sorry.
Well, at least you have your Boom Gem.
I do have my Boom Gems. That makes me happy.
All right.
China's here.
All right. All right.
there you
So, do you want to explain what's going to happen to me now that we let that person
We
escape?
had our first escapee, but she doesn't have escape on her text, so nothing happens from that perspective. However, when a villain escapes, you must KO a hero from the HQ with a cost of 6 or less, and it's the player's choice whose turn it is. So,
Okay.
who you want to get rid of? They're all pretty good cards.
They're
too.
really good cards, I know.
Get rid of Unpredictable Magician.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. He's like the lowest cost, plus I like Betty
Yeah,
cards.
and then
so
we
that's gonna
immediately
go KO.
replace him with a new card.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had a bystander, for each villain with a bystander, we would each discard 1 card,
Yeah.
and then that's it. So we're good.
Alright, so. Alright, who do we have up here? Alright, so I've got pretty much no recruit points right now, but I do have a lot of ambush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus I do have an Uncle Chew in my discard pile, so I get +1 strike
Okay.
on my Eddie cards. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Oh.
So what do I want to do? Because I could go after the Catacomb monster just so he doesn't end up escaping, or I have 8, so I could get rid of like these 2 4s, those 2 what lurks in the lifeblood.
Get rid of those
Do you have
two.
any bystanders sitting around?
No.
No?
I said kill them.
I only have 8.
Right, but you get +1 for him.
Oh, to kill the guardian, you're right.
Why not?
Yeah.
So, right?
Okay.
Knock
yeah.
him down to 5 and then kill both of them, and that clears out the front entrance.
Yeah, if you want, that's fine. That works.
That way you get rid of that big guy.
Yeah.
Because I can't hit him.
Right. Okay.
You just have to reveal the top card of your draw deck from the...
Yep, for my fight.
Yeah, so see if it is a... Nope, you're
Not,
good.
so I'm good. Okay,
Alright.
you're up.
You're not going to recruit? Yeah, no recruit.
I have no recruit, I only
Okay.
have 1.
And we get another catacomb monster. So he has an ambush. So I reveal the top card of each player's deck and KO the lowest cost. Are you shuffling?
Hold on, I have to shuffle.
Alright.
Okay.
Shuffle. And you're good.
Okay.
Alright, so what am I going to do? Oh, I got a lot of attack this round.
Good.
What'd you say?
I said good.
No. Alright, so I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 combat.
Okay, let's clean this
I'm going
up.
to kill those 2.
Okay,
Boom, boom.
great.
There's 8 combat, and I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's good because I want to buy. You know what? Let's pretend I played my recruit cards before I did combat. Because I get +1 if there's a villain in Chinatown, so.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Go ahead, babe.
Alright. So I will go with this guy.
Anything that gets us to win.
Exactly. We need all the help we
We
can
need
get.
all the help we can get right now.
Alright, so that's my turn. Your go.
Alright. And it's a scheme twist.
Sure. Is that number 6?
That's number 6.
Alright, so you discard a card.
Is that number 6?
I believe so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 it is. I have to discard a card.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm getting all the, kind of the crap end of this.
Yeah, this is no good.
I need that. I have a strategy
Not
here.
KO, you're just
I
discarding.
know I'm just discarding him, but... Three, 4, 5. Such a gamble. All right, I'm gonna discard my Mater D Eddie, even though he would have been worth 2. He's worth +1 now because we have a villain that escaped the city, so I'm gonna discard him. And I will play my research creepy stuff Margot, so she allows me to draw a card.
Okay.
So I will do that, and it's an Uncle Chew. And then
What else
sorry,
did she
what?
give you? Just draw a card.
that's it. Well, she gives me, if it says at least one opponent has more cards in their victory pile than you do,
okay.
which I don't.
I might actually.
Yeah, but I don't really want to KO a hero from my hand, so
okay.
I don't really want the bonus. But I do have these 2 Yao called the President Margos, so I'm going to flip the first card of the hero deck,
Oh,
and she's a tech, which is fantastic. So I get +2.
Combat.
I'm not going to recruit her, but she's tech, so I get +2 combat for both of these cards, so I get 4.
Well, let me see what the text says. 'Cause I think
What?
you may recruit this turn if the card you reveals. Oh yeah, you can +2.
I know. I know what I'm doing, my Margot. All right, so she's got 2, 4, and then I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to take another strike at the mastermind.
Cool.
So, okay, fight. Unless this is the last mastermind tactic, each other player takes a Wing Kong gang villain out of their victory pile and shuffles it back into the villain deck. So do you have any of those? It's the Wing Kong gang villains, not the henchmen.
I do.
You do?
I have a Tommy gunner.
Oh. All right.
So I'm gonna shuffle him into the villain deck.
Okay. Sorry. But now we only have 2 left, so that's good.
No, that's fine. It's not a bad
Alright.
thing.
Okay,
I
so those
just
are
hope
my
I don't
strikes.
shuffle all the scheme twists up to the top
Please
of the deck.
don't do that. I'm trying to help out here.
I know, you're doing better than I am.
All right. And then I have 2, 4, 6 recruit. So I will take. You really want
Go
that boom
ahead,
gems?
take boom gems.
Okay, I gave you the other one.
I know. I want boom gems. That means I'll just get the big.
You'll
break
just get
Margo.
Big Break Margo. That's a great card.
Incredible card. All right, so we have a Tonfa guard. All right, so she gets a bystander, and if anybody was in the rooftops, I believe they would get it too. But we have a bus tourist. If you rescue this bystander from Chinatown, rescue another 2 bystanders. All right, so that's pretty cool. So I might want her to go to Chinatown just so I can do that. So I'm gonna play Roll'em Pork Chop Express. That's gonna let me draw a card. Garbage. And I've got like a whole lot of nothing Yeti.
A whole lot of nothing, Eddie.
I don't have any cards that say Chinatown on them. That's so
I
terrible.
told you there's like not that many.
There's only a few, and I don't have them. So
Here's
I've got.
one.
Okay. Yeah, well, I need a bunch of them. So I've got 3 combat. So again, I can't fight. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit, and I'm gonna take. It's all in the reflexes.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Smokestaff guard. So
All right.
we
so
know what
now
she
we got
does. So
Catacomb monster.
move that bystander. Okay. All right. I've got only 1 strike, so I'm not fighting anybody, and I've got 5 recruit. It's pretty straightforward. And 5 recruit. Can't get Big Break Margo. She's great. All right, I'm gonna take Surprisingly Good Shot, Jack Burton.
Okay.
Okay. And there's no
Another
one
one.
anyway, so it's
Sweet. All right. What do we got here? We have Wing Kong Thugs. So we are back to full in the city.
good. All right, I'll try to take care of that. Can you fight anybody?
Sorry. All right. So I'm gonna do. He owns the block Egg Chen for 2 recruit, and the first time I recruit a card in the HQ space beneath Chinatown, so one of these 2, I get to draw a card. So I've got 2, 3, 4 recruit. I'll take Son of a Bitch Must Pay, you think?
You like that one? You have another one.
I do, right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad
It's
card.
it's a recruit card, so
Yeah, so I'll
depends if you
recruit
wanna
that,
people.
and then the first time I recruit, I get to draw a card, and it's the Son of a Bitch Must Pay for another 2 recruits. So I've got
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I have 3 more recruits, so maybe I'll recruit. China is here, Eddie. So that's all my recruit, and now I have some attack. I've
That's
got
good.
3, 4, 5 combat, so I can't do anything.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I can kill somebody.
Okay.
Dang.
Take care of business.
5? I can't kill her, but I can kill her.
Yeah, and she's got a
Right.
bystander.
Right, and so if you rescue this bystander from Chinatown, rescue another 2. So when you do
Nice.
that, you take 1, 2 into your victory point pile.
Great.
So I am done
Done.
and done.
Scheme twist.
Yay.
Number 7.
That's the 7th. One more and we lose the game.
No pressure or anything. All right, so I've got all strikes this hand.
Sweet.
So that's good. And I have an Uncle Chew in my hand, so this is actually going to be worth 4, and this is going to be worth 4, so it's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ooh, oh, you killed some big time.
So I could.
You have 2 eddies, right?
I do.
Do it.
Maybe I'll kill her.
Do
I
it.
have 12, right? So I can do these 2.
And that gives
Then
me
maybe
a
you
chance.
could possibly kill him again.
Doubtful, but
Would
gives
that
me a
work?
chance. Yeah, I doubt it though.
Okay, so Smokestaff, 2 non-gray heroes, which I've got my 2 eddies.
Of the same name, yep.
So that's all I need. So that's
That's
it.
5.
Done. And then he doesn't have any fight,
Nope, get him out of there.
so he's done, and I'm done.
That's
That was
all you
it,
have,
right?
all
So I only
time?
have 1
All right,
left.
so let's see what we have here. Master Strike.
Okay.
What does that do?
Each player reveals a tech or a magic hero, or gains a wound.
Great.
So I've got to shuffle again.
I don't have a tech or a magic hero.
So you're getting a wound.
Yep. Alright, so I can draw a card, and I may move a villain, but I'm not going to.
Was that the top card of our deck?
Yep. And now I draw a magic
And it's
card.
a tech, so I don't get a wound.
But I have, how much? I have 4, 5, 6, 7 combat. So I'm going to hit the big guy.
Please do.
Alright, so could you hand me the big guy's card, please? So we got 3 hits on him. Alright, so fight. Rescue 1 bystander for every Master Strike that has been played.
Okay.
How many Master Strike
We've played
have you
2.
So I get to rescue 2 bystanders. 1.
Nice.
And this one is a white tiger. Any villain with the Master who captures a white tiger is -1. Alright.
Cool.
So that was my combat. And I can play these 2 for recruit. That's 2, 3. I'll take another one of these. And because I recruited with my egg Shen, first time you recruit a card in the HQ space, draw a card. I'll draw a card. That gives me 1 more, so that's not really gonna help me.
Okay.
I had what? How much? I had 2, 3. That cost me 2. Left me with 1. Plus 1 is 2. So I can recruit 1 more actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw another one of these. There you go.
Okay, perfect. Alright. Wing Kong thugs.
This is, like,
So
scary.
scary, I know. Terrifying. Alright, I'm going to
Please tell me you have 7 combat.
I am working on it so hard right now. I have my I'll call present Margot, so you better hope that's a tech.
It is.
Perfect,
Cool. So she's 2
perfect.
combat.
I'm not going to recruit him because I can't afford him, but she's 2 combat, and I've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Excellent. Hit him.
So when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw 2 additional. Then each player who does not have a mastermind tactic draws a card, and we both have them, so he's done.
He's done.
And
but
he is dead, and I get the bystanders.
You get the bystanders.
Right.
Well, yes, you do. You get all the bystanders, but now we have to do the showdown. So
The
you get to draw
final
2 extra
showdown.
cards this turn.
Oh, for the showdown I do.
Yes.
Okay.
The showcase showdown.
Well, let me hold on 1 second. I have 3. I'm not going to draw a card.
You're not going to recruit? All right.
No,
So
it's
just draw. Oh, don't put those in there.
No.
So you're going to draw 8 cards now.
Okay. 2, 6, 7, 8.
Right?
Okay.
And the player who defeated him, I believe, goes first.
Does it matter if we're all drawing cards?
It does matter. Hold on.
So you go first.
All right, so starting with the player to the left of the player who defeated the 4th tactic. So let me just recap what just happened. So Francis killed the 4th tactic under 6 shooter, essentially defeating him. So as a team, we won the game. So
Yes.
you've just seen us win the game. Yes, good job there.
Good job.
All right, so what does that mean now? Now we're going for bragging rights, right? Who is
You love your bragging, right?
the toughest little Chinatown person? So what we have to do is what's called the final showdown. So we are actually each going to play our hands to try and generate the most points. Now, when I say points, I mean the most combat and recruit points combined. And the player with the highest total wins the showdown and gets to add the 6-shooter mastermind card to their victory point pile. So it's a 5-point bonus.
Yep.
Essentially, is what it is. So let us see what I have. So I'm going to try to play these the best way I can because I want to generate the most points. So, okay,
Anybody
so-
we recruit still goes in discard, though, right? Doesn't go to our hand.
Yes, correct. So I'm going to play Son of a Bitch Must Pay. And I don't get to trigger anything because I didn't play that symbol first. But I play my second one, I get to trigger it. So the opponent to your left must KO a gray hero from their hand.
Okay.
All right, so I gain +2 recruit for that. So right now I got 6 recruit, 7 recruit, 8 recruit. I don't have any cards with Chinatown written on them, do I? No. So I've got 2, 3 combat. So 8 recruit, 3 combat is 11 points. That's what I was able to generate. So
Okay.
11.
All right. Cool. So I'll play my I'll call the President Margot. And it is a tech. I'm not going to recruit him because that's pointless. But she gets 2 extra strikes.
Right, 2 plus 2.
So she'll be, well, let me count strikes first. So she'll be worth 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus I have an Uncle Chu in my hand, so he's worth 7. Well, all of that's worth 7, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 1 because we have a villain escape from the city. So it's 13.
Plus the 2 recruit on Margot.
Plus the 2 recruit on Margot.
15.
So 15.
All right, so you beat me. So you get to collect the 6 shooter. You won the showdown. So that was actually perfect for you to get that mastermind piece at the end, right?
Yeah, that's
because
good.
it lets you draw up to 8 cards.
Yeah, that was actually
So
great.
it's all about timing there. All right, so what we do now is we just count out how many victory points we have, and those are located on this little circle here, and then we see where we are. So we will do that now. 1, 2. See how this ended. All right. 22.
36.
Crushed me.
We did a good job.
Yep, let's go recap
All right.
this. So, Legendary Big Trouble in Little China. What'd you think?
I love it.
You love it.
No, I do. I really do.
Interesting. So, just to recap a few things, right? So, the game box, the game book initially says 1 to 5 players, right? But it specifically says in the back of the book that there are no solo rules with this set. So basically they recommend you play with solo rules from one of the other sets. So I wouldn't necessarily consider this a
Yeah, we had a little bit of a
game.
debate about it.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I didn't like playing the other one solo either, any of the Legendary series games. I think Legendary Encounters really fits the solo play. So if you're going to solo a game, I'd recommend the Encounter series, not necessarily the Legendary series. So with that said, what is special about this one? So I think Legendary Big Trouble Little China fits the theme.
Yeah,
right?
very much so, except for Eddie.
Except for Eddie, yeah.
Eddie's a little more,
I don't know, like embellished maybe?
I was trying to find the word for it, but
Yeah,
I feel like in the movie all he did was walk around in that
he
plaid
was a
jacket.
real secondary character in the movie that they really brought to the forefront in the game.
But it could be.
But it's funny.
Yeah, the thing is, it could just be the setup that we played too. So we played that initial setup.
True, but I mean, all of it. He's got some powerful cards.
He
you know,
does.
and they make him really bad A. You know, so he's.
Yeah.
And even his top card didn't come out, but I think as far as the art goes, I think the art's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Definitely a 1 notch up from where Firefly was.
Yeah.
Even though the characters didn't really look a ton like the actors, they still looked good.
Yeah, and
You know
it
what I mean?
had that sort of like still like comic-y kind of feel.
Yeah, I like the art.
It's pretty consistent. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's very like it looked a lot like the Marvel one, so I definitely like the art. The playmat's great. Again, with all the Legendary games, Legendary Encounters, the playmats are fantastic. I'm really glad they went that direction. The box here's my one rant.
You're great.
So the box is smaller than all the other boxes for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess maybe because there's not a ton of cards in there, but there are a decent amount. But the mat does not fit when you roll it up. You actually have to fold the mat almost in half and then roll it up, so it puts a crease down the middle. Terrible planning. I don't know why they did that.
You sound like me.
Yeah, that bothers me a lot because I don't like the fact that I have to fold my mat in half. It should be rolled and that's it. But aside from that rant, the card quality components, everything else is nice.
Yeah.
Definitely fits it. And you saw the playthrough. We, by the skin of our teeth, got through that.
Yeah, that was a great playthrough.
Yeah.
We've played this, like we said, a couple times now, and
this is probably our fourth.
Actually.
Yeah, I think it's our fourth game. And for someone who really doesn't like deck builders,
I'm becoming kind of a convert, I think.
I think so, and I think it's
I'm getting good at it too.
You're getting quite good. So, and I think the theme in these Legendary games really comes out. And it makes it not feel.
I'm a theme person. So I enjoy that.
Exactly, and it doesn't feel like a deck builder because of that. I think that's what really
the
matters.
thing is, I like the fact that in this game you can really mitigate a lot of the negative things that come out. I mean, even some of the, a lot of the fights that you have to do, a lot of the mastermind stuff does give you the opportunity to KO cards, which sounds like a bad thing, but when you're playing a deck builder, it really allows you to thin out your deck.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. Just killing bad guys thins your deck, which is thematically it's like it's killing off your like minor characters, which is great. I mean, that makes sense. The characters trigger off each other, like Margot keys off of what's his name?
What, Eddie?
Eddie, yeah. So Margot keys off Eddie, her love interest. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you draw Eddie, you're playing at the same time. She gets a more powerful ability. That's great. Yeah. That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat. The thing is, I like the fact that we were so close to. We actually peaked after we were done, and we were 3 turns away from getting the final scheme twist. Yeah. And the fact that we could play this game right to the end, and be so close to just losing the whole thing. Right. And being able to steal it away as a team is awesome. Yeah,
that's awesome. So. And I think give or take the final showdown, you could do it.
Yeah, you could do it.
If you don't like it. Don't do it. There's no need for it. If you don't want it to be a competitive game, just don't count victory points at the end. Right. Just go to beat the mastermind. I think that's if you leave it at that. Though. Yeah, it's a real good time. So we haven't played with any of the other setups. So I mean, we look forward to trying out all the other villains. There's a lot of schemes. There are a good handful of masterminds in this set. There's a bunch more heroes that we haven't even played yet. So I think I'm definitely a fan. I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, I'm on board for sure.
Cool. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the playthrough. If we had made any rules mistakes, please point them out as always. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See you later.